Hey everyone, this is Danny Dollar's Financial Guide to Awesomeness, brought to you by Adopt a Class and sponsored by US Bank. I'm Danny Dollar author, Ty Allen Jackson. My Uncle Earl once told me that there's a right way and a wrong way to do everything. There's a right way to hold a fork. There's a right way to slurp a milkshake. There's a right way to ask a girl to dance. I got the first two down, but the last one I got a few issues with. But that's a story for another day. He taught me that there's also a right way to buy things and to spend money. So I want to pass along some of the things Uncle Earl taught me. For starters, know that you're in control of spending your money. I never accidentally bought anything, he once told me. Every purchase is a choice, and I'm in control of my choices. I'm in control, and so are you. It's important to know the differences between a need and a want. Spending money is a must. Why? Because we need stuff. We need food, clothing, a place to live and chill. What we don't need is the most expensive item on the menu, or a $200 t-shirt, or a 300-room mansion. We may want those things, but we don't need them. Which brings up the concept of needs and wants. A need is something you must have to survive. A want is something that you desire, but really could do without. We need clean air. You may want a scented candle to make the air in your room smell nicer. We need clean water. You might want a fancy bottle of sparkling H2O with that Swedish name you always mispronounce. Smart spending and knowing the difference between a need and a want is super important. Check out this list of things. Which ones do you think are needs and which ones do you think are wants? Designer headphones, electricity, fruits and vegetables, shoes, cupcakes, cell phones, flowers, a house, glasses or contacts, soap, comic books. Deciding whether or not something is a need or a want is tricky. Is a cell phone a need? Yes. It helps us stay in touch with our family and friends and can help us with things like getting information or even directions to a store. But getting the newest and most expensive phone that costs more than a used car is definitely a want. When you're about to throw down a couple of bucks on anything, big or small, ask yourself, is this a need or a want? This will help you spend smarter. I want to introduce you to entrepreneurial rock star Kane Monroy. When Kane Monroy was 9 years old, he created an arcade out of cardboard boxes in his father's used auto parts store during summer vacation. An entire summer went by and he didn't get one customer, but he never gave up. The next year, his first customer loved the arcade so much, he posted it on social media, and then boom, customers came from across the country to play at Kane's arcade. To date, Kane has raised over $242,000 towards his scholarship fund. Not only that, he sparked projects called the Global Cardboard Challenge and Imagination.org for young entrepreneurs, which has over 750,000 kids in 80 different countries participating. Wow. See what a little imagination and a cardboard box can do? I know we've talked a lot about saving, spending, and even owning your own company, but none of these things happen if we don't dream big. I said in previous videos that you are the most powerful force in the universe, and I mean it. You are capable of the most amazing things and can do absolutely anything you put your mind to. And that's what I love about Danny Dollar. He feels like he can do anything, even though he's just a kid. I often think about some of my big heroes. Steve Jobs, who created Apple, which makes iPhones and iPads. Oprah Winfrey, maybe the most important person in entertainment. And Barack Obama, the first black president. And I say to myself, they were all kids too at one point. And I bet they have dreams of being great, just like Danny does, just like I do, just like you do. At one point, Steve Jobs didn't know anything about computers, but he worked hard and dreamed big. At one point, Oprah Winfrey didn't know anything about the media, but she worked hard and dreamed big. And at one point, Barack Obama didn't know anything about leadership, but he worked hard and dreamed big. And that's why they were successful. And I want to tell you something special. I want to tell you the secret to success. Do you want to know what the secret to success is? Do you really want to know? Okay. The secret is there's no secret. Dream big and work hard. That's the secret. People who have a huge imagination and take action to make their dreams come true usually do. There's a few other things that I think it takes to kick butt in your field of awesomeness, and I'd like to share them with you. I actually made a list of things to help you become the most awesomeness kid in the world, and I call that list Danny Dollar's list of stuff to do to dream big and kick butt in whatever you want to kick butt in. Great title, right? Anyway, here we go. Ask why not. Whenever someone says to you, you can't do something that you think is important, don't just throw your hands up in the air and give up. Challenge them. Challenge yourself. Ask why not. Why can't you do a certain thing? Don't let excuses get in the way of your awesomeness. You can do anything, seriously. Landing on the moon seemed impossible until Neil Armstrong did it. Creating a cell phone seemed impossible until Martin Cooper, an engineer from Motorola, made it. The concept of the internet sounded ridiculous until scientists Venton Cerf and Bob Kahn launched it. So when you think of that business idea that may sound a little crazy to some, but sounds awesome to you, ask yourself, why not? Next thing, read. One thing that all entrepreneur mega rock stars like Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, and Elon Musk can agree upon is that reading is necessary to becoming successful. Why? Because reading is like jumping jacks for your brain. It helps with problem solving, it makes you smarter and enhances your imagination, and these are key in creating a path to cha-ching land. Read at least 15 minutes every day to give your brain a workout. What's also cool about reading, especially reading about famous people, is that you can discover some of what the greatest leaders have done to become successful. Wouldn't it be cool to find out how Beyoncé became such an icon? How about learning on what it took Microsoft founder Bill Gates to create one of the most important companies in the world? Or maybe discover the training regimen of Simone Biles, who has the most Olympic and World Championship medals in the history of gymnastics. The secrets of the most amazing people in the world are just waiting to be discovered in the pages of a book. Next thing, go play. Playing is one of those things that doesn't seem to have anything to do with being successful, but think about it. When you're playing, you're being creative. You're putting your mind and your body to work in a fun way. If you're playing with others, teamwork and leadership may be involved. Many board games and video games involve strategy. Playing is also a great way to kind of escape from the world. These are all things that are really important to dreaming big, so go play. Set goals. You can't hit a target you don't have. In other words, you can't dream big if you don't have a dream. Goals are the bullseyes to your dreams, and there are many different types of goals. Long-term, short-term, daily, weekly, monthly, annual, you get the picture. Set goals. Next thing, talk to yourself. And when I say talk to yourself, I don't mean have a conversation with yourself like, hey, how are you? Hey, I'm fine, how are you? I'm cool. That kind of talk can raise an eyebrow from mom and dad. What I do mean is to start using strong words to describe yourself. One of my heroes, boxing champ Muhammad Ali, famously said over and over again, I am the greatest. But he called himself that before he even became a boxing champion. He believed the combination of working hard and talking positively to himself was a key ingredient for accomplishing his dreams. The words I am are so powerful, and whatever follows those words will help mold you into what you may become. You ever notice when someone always says, I'm so clumsy, that they're always tripping over things? But the person who says, I'm smart, gets an A on every test, because words have power. So use them wisely, especially when you're using them to describe yourself. Why do you think Danny Dollar calls himself the king of cha-ching? At least once a day, look yourself in the mirror and say the words that you want to become. I am successful. I am a leader. I am intelligent. I am the greatest. I am hungry. Okay, maybe not that one. I am hungry though. Next thing is to fail famously. Some of my favorite entrepreneurs are failures. What I mean by that is that every entrepreneur, leader, and success story has some form of failure in it. Failure isn't the opposite of success, it's part of success. Here are some of my favorite failures. A young Walt Disney was fired from his editor for lack of imagination. What? He only went on to create one of the greatest entertainment industries in the world, Disney World. A young Oprah Winfrey was once fired from her first job because her producer said she was unfit for television. Today, she is a billionaire television icon. J.K. Rowling was on welfare as a single mom when she finished writing her first Harry Potter book, which was rejected by 12 publishing companies. Today, she is the only self-made billionaire author ever. Colonel Sanders, the founder of KFC restaurant, at age 62, was rejected a whopping 1,009 times by restaurants for his fried chicken recipe, but he never gave up. On his 1,010th try, a restaurant said yes, and Kentucky Fried Chicken was born. Today, there are over 23,000 KFC restaurants in 140 countries around the world. What these successful entrepreneurs have in common is that they all failed, but they didn't let their failures stop them from dreaming bigger and becoming entrepreneurial rock stars. Next, Believe You Can. There's a rock band named Journey that sings a song called Don't Stop Believing. It's one of those songs that once you hear it, it's stuck in your head forever. And that's a good thing, because we should never, ever stop believing. You can be anything in the world if you're willing to work hard and believe that you can. No matter the goal, no matter the idea, it all starts with you. You. Believing in yourself, working hard, being positive, and dreaming big will help you make your financial goals come true and get you on your way to Cha-Ching Town. One of the things I love about Danny Dollar is that he loves every part about being an entrepreneur. Working hard, having goals, teamwork. He even finds a way to make the most out of the bad things that happen. He's a true role model for dreaming big. And if he can create a path to becoming a millionaire, then you can too. Hanging out with you has been so much fun, and I want to thank Adopt a Class and US Bank for making this happen. I can't wait to see you again. I really hope you enjoyed this, and I really hope you enjoyed Danny Dollar. I'm out. Is this over? Are we done? I want some lemonade.